anybody who follows me always knows that Mr. and Mrs. Smith was my favorite show. So I was pretty ecstatic when Mr. and Mrs. Smith got so many nominations. But there was always something bugging me. I was like, there has to be a show that was snubbed that should have got more nominations. And I couldn't think of it. Like, I saw other lists, snub lists and things like that. And it's like, man, no, that's not it. And by chance, I was looking on different things on Emmy stuff on X. And I came across this tweet or a post about Winning Time. And Winning Time, for Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Winning Time was my favorite show of the previous year. It was just out earlier. And I was so upset because they canceled Winning Time after season 2. The ending just had an epilogue of what happened. Because if you're a fan, if you never watched the show, the first episode begins with Magic Johnson's HIV diagnosis, and the journey of the show, and then it goes back to when he was in college. So the arc was going to be, it starts with that diagnosis and probably ends with that diagnosis, or how he navigated that time period. And the first season, the second season, there was a time jump. So most likely on the third season, there would have been a time jump too. But HBO, with their wisdom, decided to cancel Winning Time, which is a crucial mistake because people love that show. The acting on that show was top notch. The look of that show was top notch. They was doing things on that show in the future. There would be shows in the future that would do like flashback type things, or do different things with color and film that other shows are going to do. Adam McKay did a wonderful job as creator of that show. And I don't know why, and even I try to say like, hey man, I hope like Netflix or Showtime picks it up again so at least we can get a final season. Because the ending of season 2 ended with Magic Johnson losing to Larry Bird in the championships. Spoiler alert. And it just felt incomplete. Man, I think we were robbed. But the thing about Winning Time, that was great. So Winning Time got 5 Emmy nominations. They got Guest Actor. They got Directing Drama Series. And that was by Sally Richardson Whitfield. Sally Richardson, if you remember her back in the 90s, she was in Posse, Melvin Van Peebles Western. And then she was in Low Down Dirty Shame with Keenan Ivory Wayans and a host of other movies and TV shows. But over the years, she's become a very good director. And she's not only just a director of Winning Time, she's also one of the producers. So kudos to her. And I hope that she ends up having like a Debbie Allen type career where she's going to do a lot of different shows and she's creating stuff. So kudos to her. Cinematography series. I can't think of any other series, maybe outside of Shogun, which was shot the way it was shot, the way they used just everything. And if you're a film student, if I was teaching a film class, I would use Winning Time and deconstruct to figure out how they did certain things film-wise. Because I was seeing things I'd never seen before. Well, basically, I was seeing stuff that you might see in Boogie Nights or some other film, but not on TV. Fantastic. Period costumes. It was a good look. Like, they stayed authentic to, I think it was in the mid-'80s, that second season. So it was authentic. But, those period, The Crown and all that. Well, no, The Crown was set in the 80s, so I'm not sure. It'd be nice if they won that, but I don't think they're going to win it. Special effects single episode, I think they have a shot of winning that. So there might be a chance the Winning Time actually might win an Emmy. Outside of the guest actor, Jason Segel should have been considered for either Best Supporting or Guest Actor. His arc as Paul Westhead was astounding because you kind of knew the story. I mean, I was young when this whole Paul Westhead thing, because by the time I started really liking the Lakers, Reilly was already the coach. But Paul Westhead was Magic Johnson's second coach with the Lakers. And there was a tug and pull with Magic and Westhead because Westhead had the system. And Magic, it didn't fit Magic Johnson's skill set. And what Jason Segel did for that Paul Westhead role, I kind of feel bad for Paul Westhead because it made it seem like he was kind of goofy, but he was really a smart guy. It just wasn't the team wasn't the right fit for him. But he was a very smart coach. But Jason Segel, because he went from a guy who was just an assistant to the head guy. And it wasn't like he became all powerful. It's just that he was kind of rigid. And then he gets fired. And when he left the show was still good, but it felt like something was missing because that Westhead storyline was so good. So I wish Jason Segel should have got nominated. Adrian Brody was fantastic as Pat Reilly. It's like there's been two actors recently who's had a rebirth. Nicolas Cage for one, and also Adrian Brody, because it seems like Adrian Brody just basically disappeared for the past 15 years, but he's had a nice comeback. So yeah, he was excellent as Pat Reilly. Isaiah Washington doesn't get enough claim for playing Magic Johnson. It's more than just him smiling. Like he felt like Irvin to me, and I wish that Magic Johnson would actually watch Winning Time. So I don't know how many of the Lakers did watch it, because I think they thought it was going to be a slander piece, but it was really not as bad. They really didn't go deep and dirty with the Laker history, because if they did, it would have been very debaucherous. But Isaiah Washington was really good playing Magic Johnson, and the beautiful thing I liked about it is the relationship they had between Magic and Cookie. The one thing that, again, I'm not against Tyler Perry. It's just it's too much. I hate all the drama on his shows with black men and black women. Same thing with Love and Basketball. Same thing with Real Housewives. It'd be nice to see a nice love story. And the Magic and Cookie had a great love story, even though they broke up and made up and broke up and made up. And at the end of the day, Magic loved basketball, won. I think he loved Magic. I think he loved basketball. He loved Cookie, but he also loved women. And that kind of got in the way. So they was off and on, but I just liked the relationship. It started like season 1 when they were young, and then as they got older, and you just don't see black love stories on TV. And I wish, I don't know, because there's no equivalent of that. I don't see another Magic and Cookie storyline anywhere on black TV, which is quite upsetting to me. And the great John C. Reilly. John C. Reilly, I was so happy for him playing Jeanie Buss, because John C. Reilly was always a good number 2. Like, he was the dude watching the dude get the girls. He was the dude watching the dudes being all powerful and just whatever. So, but John C. Reilly actually was the guy. He was the power broker. He was the dude with the chicks. He was the cool guy in the room. So the fact that John C. Reilly was playing this role, and I really thought season 1 that he would get nominated for Winning Time. And also season 2, he was good in season 2. Sally Field played his mother in season 1. Like, if you haven't watched Winning Time, do yourself a favor and watch this show. Even the theme song by Boots Riley, once that theme kicked on, that dum, 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 it was like, let's go. So unfortunately, HBO canceled it. And it's almost like when you watch HBO today, it's almost like, well, what else do you have? What, you're going to do another Games of Thrones show? But it seems like they treat whenever it seems like to me when they have a show with a lot of black male leads or some black male leads, they kind of give it the short shrift, or they don't promote it the way they should. Like, Oz was an amazing show. I don't think Oz won any Emmys. The Wire is amazing. One of the best shows of all time. Didn't win any Emmys. Winning Time was a very good show. But I don't think HBO pushed it the way you should have. Hey, dear HBO, I know it's too late for me to save Winning Time, but if you get another show like this again, call me. I will help you out. I will work for scale, because you had a gold mine with Winning Time. There's not one person that I talked to who watched the show who didn't like the show. The show was beloved, and you screwed it up for what? What do you have in its place? Okay, whatever. So at least Winning Time did win. Shout out to Shelley Richardson Whitfield. So I hope she wins Best Director. I'm not sure if she will, but that'd be fantastic. Wonderful show, wonderful cast. Tell me a show for this year's Emmys, 2024 Emmys, that you think got snubbed. Is there an actor or actress that got snubbed, a series that got snubbed? Let me know.